Hey everyone, it's Wendy from J&W Reptile Rescue. Whoopsie. I've never done one of these videos before because normally well, it's not for everybody anyway, but I have been working really hard, not only trying to keep up with all the critters here, of course, and feeding and cleaning, which I'm not going to lie, I've slacked on the last few days. We've been extremely busy the last week or two, so it's been kind of hard. I'm, getting them fed, but I'm not doing what I like to do, which is like scrubbing out the cage and getting stuff done that way. But anyway, so I've been working real hard in the backyard, and I'm gonna start. Actually, I did my Penny, my old lady, my 14-year-old. She'll be 15 in April of 2020. I've had her since she was 5 days old. My pig. We're cutting back our persimmons trees. We're actually cutting them down. And Penny's kennel, actually, one runs right through, and I got somebody coming. We're going to cut that all back. We're going to redo her roof and get ready for the winter. The roof is getting old and it's starting to rot a little bit because it's wood, so I'm going to change that to the plastic, the one that has the ridges on the tops, and it's plastic and you can kind of see through it, but it'll keep them safe from all of the rain. So anyway, with that being said, I have turned my little porch area, this whole little area, into my workstation. So what I do, what I started doing about 4 years ago, and I think I've touched a little bit on this with just Martin when we first started doing videos for J&W, was that I started to learn on my own how to do taxidermy. I make small jewelry and mummified displays, and I made a few pieces out here a couple weeks ago, and I'm trying to catch up on some of my stock because I've sold quite a bit of stuff and I haven't replenished stock. But everything I do anyway is kind of one of a kind and unique. I try to make it that way so that everybody has something that's original. So I'm going to work on a couple things out here. I'm going to start doing some wet specimens and a couple other things that I started that I just been working on. So I prepare things and then I decide what I'm going to do with them. This one I actually know exactly what I'm doing with it. I'm just waiting to finish it off. So I've been kind of adding to it. So this is I'm putting some additional lacquers on it, and I did the cap piece, and then I added the stones, and then of course I have to round this out to make a loop into a necklace. But this is actually going to be a necklace, and it is again, it's not for everyone. It is a leopard gecko's tail. So I know it's a little off, and it'll probably hang about like that. So it is a little bit off, and it's, again, not for everybody, but I thought it was pretty cool. I also did the same thing with this piece. This has a little stone also. It's not as flat, but it will probably set about here. And this is and I have to do the same with this piece up here. I have to make it into a thing. But, and this is it's a little blurry. I don't think you can see. It's only my cell phone, guys. But anyway, it's kind of a little blurry. But it is a chameleon's tail. So I do try to do stuff with bits and pieces and body parts that if the body's not usable for wet specimen or mummified display. I also I got two chameleons that I have here that I've also done. This one I actually have glued a little wand to his hand, and he's got some rhinestones in his eye, and I'm going to try to make him into a cute little display of something. I don't know what yet, but something. It'll come to me as I make it. But he is completely now mummified. This is a little chameleon, and I put the rhinestones in his eyes on both sides, of course. But he has the little. Now I'm not sure if I'm going to leave that on or not. And I just glued it very lightly. And of course, again, I use my E6000, the best glue going for just about anything. But I'm going to try to maybe make him into, like maybe a wizard type thing. I don't know. And I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. Like, I bought these the other night. Oh, they're not sticking down there. I need to put them down. I'll show you what I'm talking about in a minute. I was working on this box, and I'm working on another one. I bought these the other night. Whoops, I'll have to pick them up in a minute. At the dollar store. They're really cool. My piggies are eating. They're really cool, but I can actually make displays in these and figure out how I want to do it. I can either do it this way and put something up here that they can hang it on the wall, or I can just do it as a tabletop display. So I'm not really sure, but I do buy little stuff like that to come up with stuff. Now I have a larger chameleon that I also did the same thing with, and I changed the color of the eyes, and I put it on both sides. And I don't know what I'm going to make with him yet either, but I do spray these guys down pretty good. They're a little bit flexible still, but I completely dry them out first, and then I spray them down. So they're a little flexible, but they're like, it's almost like a rubber, but you don't want to bend them because they still can crack and stuff like that. See, I can still move his hands a little bit. After I mummify them, I actually spray them completely with the Mosh Posh. It basically keeps them almost like my resin. So, but it's a little bit different. So, and then I sometimes also, after that, spray them with a clear gloss spray. Again, these have been soaking for quite a few months. And now I'm just working on doing stuff with them. Same with this snake. So I have a little tiny corn snake that I did. And again, little rhinestones in the eyes. And same thing, I coil them up how I want them to be, and then I have something that I hold them with. And believe it or not, you know what I use? I use everyday household items. Hair clips. Hold stuff pretty well. So I use hair clips and other types of stuff. And then I'll figure out what I want to do. And same with this. This was a young 3-toe box tortoise that came in that was a little deformed. I mummified him and then sprayed him and got him all ready to go. So anyway, so that's just some of my, some of the things that I start to do and that I, try to come up with and make. I also started making these, which I have to, oh Jesus, this one's stuck. I have to add more to them, but as they dry. So I started doing these cute little bouquets with this. I glue the string, these actually, way up inside. I have to curl these. These are cute little tassels, of course I have to curl them. And then I have, this is a skull, and then I'm doing, I have another one similar to this, it's blue. It has the skull, but then it has vertebrae. These are the ribs. So on this one I'm doing ribs in a different type of, this one I just did and glued on the inside. It's kind of a pain, but I can only do one piece, one section at a time. So I'm working on that also right now, and I definitely have a little bit of a mess going on up here, but I kind of know what my mess is. And this is what I was just talking about. So I started working on this. I just glued on the top a couple of pictures, and they actually move, like, they're the ones that you change, the face changes as you move it. So they're not laying as flat as I wanted them to. And this is just the top to kind of help give a decoration on the top of the box. So it's just kind of hard to see because I don't want to bend it over. But I'm actually going to use these bones. I'm going to put them on the top. And the reason why I'm doing all of that is because these pictures look like a graveyard type thing. So I'm making actually a little miniature graveyard inside here. Kind of hard to see it, but right now those are just actual things that I bought. And what I'm going to do inside all those little things in between is I'll actually put real bones. I made a small one, a tiny small one that came out really cute, in a little tiny cage that I had made. I had all these little tiny actual real cages made, and I made a little display like that. So I had these wine boxes for a while, and I decided to make cute little displays inside of them. So that's going to be the first one, and it'll be a graveyard display. And then another one I'll maybe do something else. So there'll be real bones in there, and I'll hopefully get that done. So I'm making stuff. I'm going to start doing, I have to get my Dremel. I am going to start making turtle shell bags. I got to get my other fabric from my girl Jen down at Radical Rodent Rescue, but and they're sugar skulls. But I'm going to go buy some more material. It's like zombie fabric. So I want my turtle bags to be unique and different. So I'm going to make them. I'm not going to say how I'm going to make them, but they will have really cool fabric backing, and they'll be lined inside with heavier duty type of fabric. So I have to get those and learn how to use the sewing machine. So she's going to give me actually a sewing machine. I'm going to borrow one of hers, so she has two. So yeah, this is my little worky station. I just wanted to say, hopefully you guys will enjoy that, and when I have something that I'm going to really work on, I will try to videotape it so you can kind of see how I make my stuff. So until then, please don't forget to like and subscribe. It is free, so the more subscribers we get, our rescue will benefit from that. So again, like and subscribe. It is free. Share with your friends, please, and family. I feel like I'm copying Martin, but share with your family and friends. Anyway, that's it for tonight. So until then, see you later, alligator.